We ride forth. All to be seen soon enough. Again, another interesting matchup. Pikachu, you kind of throw into any situation. It can be a bit of a dice roll on what you'll see because this character allows you to play in so many different ways. With this big body on Rob, it is just open season for most of these combos.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're eating real good as a Pikachu player right now, playing against Rob, able to get a quick lightning loop, and even with a quick breakthrough of the neutral, Atme is unfortunately at another disadvantage almost immediately as Mikey fires back.
Yeah, damn near even at this point. I think it's going to be a lot of, you know, take your turn, take your pick on who's going to have the advantage at this very moment. Again, going to come the kill power. I think that's the biggest disparity we can see in this matchup where Rob has a litany of options to find these stocks, but if Pikachu isn't getting those conversions, isn't getting those really set up stuff in those particular percent ranges, it can be really hard to find a raw hit if it's not a dash attack.
Yeah. So we'll see here if we're able to actually get the kill conversion. You know, very, very important for the character. But I mean, these T-Jolts are putting in a lot of work right now. I don't know if you've seen how many of these have connected, but you know, that T-Jolt there even allowed him to get that down smash. So good stuff from my dude for his dog.
Ooh, great nair there too. Air dodge immediately away. That arm rotor was all but guaranteed. Double jump used away from ledge here too, and Rob can really get to the sky on that one. Ooh, my goodness, going to get stopped by your own gyro there too. There could have been a further follow-up on that nair coming down.
Yeah, just barely sharking through the platform there, and then shield poking with that back air. Fantastic stuff from Mike Lou. Able to find a little bit of something, but isn't able to actually open up a combo here, so really can allow Atme to kind of, you know, maybe make a mark here, find an opening of some sort, because it has been just so hard for him to find something to actually hit Pikachu with that's going to net a kill for himself.
Back air, good coverage there too. That boxing option, that down tilt, forward tilt, those choices from Rob on the ground are so hard to deal with, but Pikachu being able so quick, so snappy out of that shield, can get some really good coverage.
How do you hit Pikachu as Rob?
It's hard because a lot of your hits are a little slower. You're going to have to take that big lumbering body over across the stage to find something. The only consistency we've really seen is nair at this point.
Yeah. And okay, we're able to find a back air on the angle, on the quick attack angle, which is good, right? Understanding the quick attack angles and kind of being able to predict them against specific Pikachu is very important. But are we going to see more of that, right? Are we going to be able to see anything else?
It's weird. I feel like we're seeing Atme on the platforms a lot, and with the ability to like kind of cover ground space like Mike Lou has, I kind of get it, but what are your landing options versus Pikachu that aren't in air? I feel like that's been the only thing we've seen to make good coverage, make good space, and find hits onto the opponent, but Mike Lou has just been able to weave in and out so expertly. It's kind of like, you know, nullifying the idea.
It's been almost impossible to hit the rat, right? Just that's the name of the game right now, and Atme is just having such a hard time, especially with the way that Mike Lou is playing. Just so solid defensively. Able to find a back air off of that. I believe that was nair on shield. Good stuff for Mike Lou. We're gonna just barely. I mean, it feels like you want to make a lot of. You want to apply a lot of pressure on ledge against Pikachu, but it's like, how do you do that?
It's weird. And honestly, the way we're talking about this game, it still feels like Mike Lou's in the lead. This has been brought to a damn near dead-even game at this point. But it's just unbelievable how the difference is. Like, Pikachu, death by 1,000 cuts, you're getting hit by all of these multi-hits and everything. Rob just puts out these, you know, like coast-to-coast combos, these chase downs that have been so well put together in this second stock. You see Atme with a little bit of a lead here.
Yeah, there's that confidence that you know, we have mentioned before, right? That's been the difference maker in these sets. Is that confidence and able to just run down, get the down smash, good stuff for Atme. We'll see how much more damage he's able to actually tack on here and what he's able to do with this thing.
Good setup there with a gyro. Smart for Atme to let it expire in that corner, because if you get up out of that, it would have set up perfectly into that Pikachu downer. Drift away there on the back air there too. Mike Lou realizing Atme is getting really aggressive with these swings out. If we can kind of play the slippery game.
And we're also sitting at a pretty comfortable percent for Atme. Right now, the only thing that's gonna get you is, well, a dash attack like that is what I was going to say. But, you know, sitting at those higher percents as a big body against a character that, you know, is very reliant on killing you at kind of a little bit more absurd percents and, you know, needs hard call-outs to pull you any further than that is really, really good.
T-Jolts doing such a good job as well too with Mike Lou having to deal with Atme on that platform. Beautiful jab block in the moment I started to say something. Atme able to seal out that game. It looked so out of reach in the beginning.
And that is, again, we're seeing the difference maker in almost every single one of these interactions. That Atme is winning is just a quick spark of confidence that he needs, right? Just like, no, I'm going to go for the jab lock here, and you are going to die, right? You're going to get hit by this gyro. I am going to kill you for it, and I'm going to be able to take the game. So hopefully we see a lot more of that confidence. If he's comfortable taking, those 1,000 cuts, as long as he gets the, the early kill, I mean, we're all for it.
Excited to see what Town and City kind of brings to the table. Mike Liu probably looking to take a little bit more off the side. I mean, it's going to be tough here, too. I mean, Rob has the opportunities, obviously, the arm rotor. Obviously, we have so many great options from the air, but up smash, up air, and all of those, like, killing off the top options seem maybe off the table.
Ooh, and I like that forward air stalling out the gyro stalling out the forward air on that, allowing Atme to actually find a punish.
Quick attack in here, too. Mike Liu kind of brought that out in the second half of that first game where it was kind of our zone break option to get in front of Rob without having to deal with nairs, having to deal with forward airs. Working out a lot better here, too, and I love the chase down there, too. Mike Liu going for broke.
Just barely able to sneak in a back air, beat out the back air on Rob. Really good stuff for Mike Liu. Is having a hard time really closing distance, though. Like, he's able to get in Atme's face, but is unable to actually do anything once he's there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like Atme's defense has really kind of evolved this game already. So many good things coming out of shield, coming out of block, coming out of jumps, spot dodges, where Pikachu usually the one to call all that stuff out, but not really come to fruition here. Oh, drops the shield just in time. Alive though.
Yeah, we're going all the way up there. Pikachu can't kill you if you're all the way up there. Get away from the rat. Ooh, no turn around on the dash attack on the shield. Not able to get much of a punish, but we're able to find something. Ugh, just barely not able to make the confirm.
It's interesting. I feel like Mike Liu's finding a lot of these final hits, finding a lot of really good stuff to close out these stocks. Like, we're getting these down tilts, we're getting these nairs. Just nothing to really finish off this one. Back air of covering high. Down throw the mix-up on the berry, able to pop out. That platform may have served Mike Liu up on a platter there.
I mean, it was all set up from the gyro from center stage. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
Kind of scaring Mike Liu away from everything that from center stage, and also where Atme was holding stage control. So really good stuff. But Mike Liu is able to fire back very quickly with a stock of his own, and we're getting carried all the way to the blast zone. Maybe only taking nearly 30%, but that's still very, very good if you're Mike Liu.
Yeah, and I feel like Mike Liu has not been having a problem getting off the ledge here, too, especially with the quick attack, what it's been able to do for you. So I understand kind of letting it all hang out there on that right side of the stage, taking every little bit of percent you can, because that's really the best place you've been able to find it.
Yeah, but I mean, with the way that Atme is kind of swinging for fences here and getting these early, not necessarily early kills, but these really statement kills,
sure,
I should say, right? How do you, as Pikachu, kind of force the issue a little bit more? How do you make Atme play a lot more scared?
Yeah, how do you do the same thing Rob is doing to you as Pikachu? Because this character is so flow-charted, this character is so many branching combos, but they're well-traveled paths. We've seen these things before where, the scramble situation isn't going to be the thing to find you the kill, where it will be on Rob. Great up tilt, good coverage. My goodness, going to get the proper DI. Not going to die. That's the Town and City top blast zone as well, too, so nothing much to worry about at that moment.
Yeah, and we're also seeing from Atme here a difference in game, a difference in playstyle almost, where he's kind of starting to apply a lot more pressure and really turn up the heat against Mike Liu here, because this doesn't really feel like the same player as game before.
Yeah, not really letting that threaten all too much is Atme. Yeah, going to get that platform assistance on the up throw. Fantastic stock take. Mike Liu just has to finish this one out, but again, in that first game, we saw Atme get away with living on these stocks at such higher percents. Trying to catch the air dodge away, the dash back with that dash attack. Not going to find its mark. Again, we're throwing everything out here, too. My goodness.
And if you're Atme, you feel so confident right now. You sit at 151% against Pikachu. He's going to have to find something to get the stock. That forward air on the neutral get up isn't going to be enough. So really, all you're going to be able to get is, that dash attack or a forward smash call on or something like that. And that means that Atme is allowed to play however he wants.
Right in front of the shield as well, too. Atme happy to rinse and repeat this situation over and over again. Back air. Oh, going to do it. Jumped into the blast when it felt like that.
Yeah, a little bit.
But still fantastic percent. the 73 extra credit could be the difference maker here, too.
And it really does feel like Atme is playing so elusive against Mike Lu as well, which is not something you really expect from Rob, right?
Yeah.
Such a large body, and kind of really throwing his entire self into every attack that he does.
Caution to the wind, my friend. That's what it seems like. You know, Pikachu is a character you cannot be overwhelmed in front of. Obviously, you just kind of get mauled by so many options. All of these quick-moving ideas that we have can be really hard to, keep everything in check. But it seems like Atme is doing that very, very well. Oh, no drag down. This is scary on that platform. Not going to find the turnaround for the grab. That could have been a huge opening.
Yeah, seeing a lot of you can kind of feel a little bit of more of the nerves coming out from Mike Lu here, right? Flubbing something that we might not have seen that first game. Unable to really get much of a confirm. Here is Atme just very slowly walking up on him, was like, hey, I know what you want to do. I know what you're going for. I'm testing you.
Forward air over, going super high in the blast zone. Mike Lu putting it all on black, and it comes out cashing in. What a fantastic way to take that one. I mean, Atme was doing everything right in that game, too, so to finally take your chance that you had and find the win for it was unbelievable.
Yeah, just really, really, and that is the same thing that we saw that last time, right? That confidence that Atme was able to actually use for himself, Mike Lu's able to now use for himself as well. It's like, no, you don't have any other options here. You have to get hit by the
Yeah. No, that was unbelievable. Using the double jump, using the platform extension, it seemed like the stage wanted it to happen for Mike Lu as well there. 1-1, finally, a swing game 3 going to be brought to our attention. Winner of this game will have counter pick advantage in game 5 if the set does go that far. And if what we've seen in the first 2 games is any indication, these two seem extremely evenly matched.
I also really like the Smash Roll pick here, actually, because now you are killing this very light rat significantly earlier.
Yeah.
Right? Which was something that Atme was struggling with before, is getting these kills at a little bit earlier percent. We see Pikachu getting to like the 100, 120 almost,
yeah.
Right? We want to minimize that as much as possible.
T-Jolt over, looking to lock Atme and shield there too, and I feel like, the game plan kind of begins and ends with this T-Jolt. When it's not coming in, when it's not doing its job, it's very hard for these other hits to find their mark. Up and over, yeah, too. Atme's doing so good to cover these quick attack options. With if it's gyro, with down tilt, or any other option in the kit, it has been really well placed.
We're either placing ourselves in really good positioning to catch the quick attack on its way in, or at the very least, trading and putting ourselves in a really good position, like we saw with that rotor arm and the quick attack coming through.
Yeah, super happy to take any trade you can get on Rob, too, because this character, Pikachu extremely light, going to die much more frequently, much lower percents than Rob would. Oh, damn! Okay, quick laser!
Snipes, okay. All the way from downtown, able to snipe Mike Lu out of the air for that first stock. Good stuff to Atme. And that's what I was talking about, right? Getting a much earlier stock than we would have on that, Town and City or the Small Battlefield game #1.
Ooh, no knockdown off of the down tilt. That would have been a huge trip opener for Atme. I think that is like such an unbelievable option, especially at lower percents to get those grabs going. Watch out for that gyro. Going to stuck between a rock and a hard place here is Mike Lu, but just the presence on that corner forced Atme to think a little bit too much and drops a stock for it.
It's an unfortunate way to go out there, but, we're able to find something. Double forward air is not going to do anything, but the Nair, the back hit of the Nair actually coming through for Atme. Fantastic stuff, and applying so much more pressure even after, that stock that we just saw.
Up air coverage here, too, coming in well. Not going to die for it here. The T-Jolt actually giving us so much space to work with. Arm rotor not going to do it off the side. Had that T-Jolt not stopped our momentum, it could have, honestly.
There's that down air 2-frame as well to secure our second stock here. Now Mike Lu has a bit of a mountain to climb for himself here in this game 3.
Ooh, drop down. We have the gyro in hand. The up toss going to give Atme all the space we need, and then some. Going to take the quick attack from Mike Lu out of disadvantage to keep this robot in check. Damn, Clanker's taking over this game.
Able to roll through the T-Jolt on the ledge as well, which is really, really good. And now we're stuck in a bad position. Tried to catch the quick attack with the Nair, unable to find anything, but I mean, still, Atme's in a pretty good position.
Down throw. Haven't seen too much Thunder come out. It's kind of only been like the rogue coverage option. Nothing too serious into the confirms for it. Forward smash going to let that one fly. We had the space to do so, but Atme going to get it back to stage for free because of it.
I really like something what Atman is doing with Gyro is kind of prioritizing catching it if Mike Lu goes off stage.
Right.
Because now it covers your recovery, right? Throwing it up as you're grabbing the ledge to force a really bad position. Oh my gosh. That could have been really dangerous for Mike Lu.
Ooh, the feint there too. Interesting footstool situation. Mike Lu trying to descend to approach at me. Not going to happen. Arm rotor just out of raw neutral, going to make that catch a 2-stock. Strongest win we've seen from either player throughout this set thus far.
And that was one of those moments where it's like, you know, Pikachu's love to land with that T-Jolt into an aerial or something, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, just letting, the second you see T-Jolt and the second he's close enough, just letting the arm rotor rip so that he has to land into it. Really, really good stuff coming up from
Hollow Bastion will be our venue. I like it. I feel like we can get some really good quick attack stuff coming off of ledge from Pikachu if we do end up going with that character, which we will lock in. There was a slight moment of the nest being flashed. Not going to be, making its presence made, at least in this game 4.
Not this time around, but we'll see. I really do like, I agree with the Hollow Bastion pick as well, because we saw it. It's the same reason why Smashville was pretty good for Rob, right? But in the opposite direction, right?
Yeah.
We've got a bigger stage now, right? We've got a little bit more room to breathe and work with. That's going to pay dividends for Pikachu, who loves that kind of hit and run, throw out the T-Jolt across the stage, and then find something. There's the spike on with the down air, but unable to actually secure anything. At me swinging out of the corner.
Ooh, just pick up on Gyro, going to prevent any further tilts coming in from Atme. Probably going to give Mike Lu a second chance at this interaction. As we'll keep the pressure going. Not going to drop forward for an aerial, but we were hesitating off that stage.
Ooh, I love the chase down coming out from Atme there, just catching that air dodge. It's just such an awkward position to be in, but no kill. Ooh, just barely. Okay, all right, my bad, my bad.
Nah, you got to like that, Atme, I'll be honest. Drag down here too, just to get the falling up air out of it. Nothing further for the conversion. These characters are tracing each other, my friend. It is unbelievable how in lockstep we are with all of this movement.
Just immediately able to get that down throw to the up air. Good stuff coming out from Atme. Not going to kill, but I mean, you are still sitting in a very, very good position.
Yeah. I mean, these hits are doing so much knockback as well too. Like, Pikachu can't do that. Pikachu does not have those crazy knockback hits on single hits, like to catch an approaching Rob. It's going to be a lot of really weak stuff. Like, no, Nair's not going to do that. Forward air's not even going to send you to the magnifying glass of the situation. Thunder coming down. Great tech on that right side under the stage.
Pikachu's all about that chip damage.
Yeah.
All about that chip damage and kind of whittling away at you. We're able to find a kill confirm here. It is going to take the first stop. Fantastic stuff from Mike Lu. Able to find something. And now, yep, here's the special. We're going to go all the way to the other side of the world.
Ooh, knockdown, the roll away caught once again. Atme has been doing so well for these tech chases. No matter if we get the knockdown or it's just something kind of random from a weird scramble.
And I'm loving these little turnarounds that Atme is doing as well. That kind of is like, hey, I know what you want here. Did that up air kill?
That did kill. Swanton bomb from off the top rope off the right side of the stage. T-Jolt coverage here too. Rob Ledgehang would have got caught by that had we not had the invincibility. Okay. Skull Bash, I suppose.
Yeah, a little creative here. I don't know if that was intentional or a misinput, but it looked cool, so we're going to say it's intentional. Really good stuff from Mike Lu, able to tack on 71%. Can we find a little bit more, though, right? Can we apply a lot more pressure onto Atme? Because Atme has been really controlling the pace of that.
Yeah.
Stuff, right?
Back here, trying to feint in there, too. Wants Atme to make the aggressive option. Wants that Nair to come in. Wants anything on the approach. Ooh, drops down forward air. Weird Nair on the retreating jump back. I suppose going to give Atme a lot of stage control there. That's set up almost perfectly for the opponent.
Yeah. Ooh, we're able to get the jab block. He's not going to kill just yet. Sitting in the center stage of Apollo, so, not that potent, but still a scary position to be in regardless. But now we're in that percentage range where Atme is able to kind of play it a little bit more risky if he wants to, right? He knows that in order for Mike Lu to find something good to actually secure the stock, he has to make a hard call out.
Down throw here too. Give me this up tilt, up air dodge called. We didn't throw out the hit for it, but Mike Lu smart to just drift off stage. Much safer option here too. Again, Gyro seems to play so perfectly. We were talking about Excelsior. It's that line in the sand that has been so tough for Mike Lu to cross.
And I love these little micro hesitations that we see from Atme, where he is running towards Mike Lu, waiting just a half second to see what he's going to do next,
yeah,
and then continuing after, right? Maybe he might be able to get the down smash if he decides to neutral attack, or in this case, the grab. Really good stuff.
Ooh, got scooped through your shield there too. Crazy knockback on that backer, almost killing off the top from that center platform. That just goes to show you how long these stocks have lasted for both of these players on this second stock each. Finally having to drop one is Atme.
These stocks are taking a much longer time here, but we're able to find another snipe with that gyro. Good stuff to Atme as he evens up the stock count.
Gyro over here too. Just these nair spams here. That Z drop gyro nair. The ever-present approach option. Mike Lu finding a beautiful opening between the hits of it. Ooh, the jump away too. I thought we put another forward air out as Atme approached.
Ooh, really good spot dodge coming out from Atme. Able to find something there, but Mike Lu firing back immediately, and I love how aggressive Mike Lu is playing right now, recognizing that a lot of his presence is off stage. A lot of where he's making a lot of the money is in that off stage game.
Oh my goodness, but this is where we come to die. Arm rotor pulled prematurely. Mike Lu, golden opportunity off stage here. Oh, no up tilt scoop there, just putting out the jab. What a weird option.
Putting down gyro a lot here to try to find a little bit of something like these back air placements to kind of force Mike Lu to recover as early as possible so that we don't get hit by him, really get stuck. Can either of them find a proper opening here?
Ooh, T-Jill going to give us some space to work with here too, realizing Atme was going to drift back with that back air placed beautifully. No thunder on the drop down, trying to find a back air as Atme went low, but not being given the option Mike Lu was looking for. Going toe-to-toe with these projectiles as well. Trying to find something off the tech, so close.
Yeah, and something else that I'm noticing here is anytime Mike Lu decides to get those quick attacks in, right, that he had been using, the more aggressive ones, he's actually spot dodging almost immediately to avoid a punish that Atme has been throwing out every single time.
An unbelievable recovery for Atme to get back there. We had to do circus tricks to get back to that right side ledge. Will it result in anything here too? Dash attack, baiting out for a jump. T-Jolt going to make this recovery a little bit safer. Swatted out of the sky there. Skull Bash trying to get through something. Drop down on the gyro. Oh, not timing the down air perfectly enough. We're throwing out all these big hits, but really with no indication on where Mike Lu may be. Just praying it'll find its mark.
Yeah, and Mike Lu is playing the defensive game so well right now. There's another spot dodge on that grab, like I was just saying, right? Really in tune with what Atme has been going for, but that up air just barely sharking through. Fantastic way to end the set. Atme taking that 3-1.
And the biggest pop we've heard all night from our crowd as well. So really, and that